I love the story of how you guys connected with Dan Reynolds to begin with.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's so crazy. So we had to go even further back. Before we signed, we had self-released an EP, and there was one song on it that was a 5-minute long acoustic ballad, like a real outlier on the EP. That I was just like, this is just like me, moaning about my ex-girlfriend for 5 minutes. And it's for me. I don't care if anybody likes it. That becomes this song that a lot of people gravitate towards. In particular, this one DJ in Norfolk, Virginia.
I'm sorry, what?
Norfolk, Virginia. And I'm not swearing. You don't
we
have to bleep that. You don't have to bleep it. Anybody know Newport News? That's a real town. Okay. Newport News, Norfolk, Virginia. It's like about a 2-hour drive from DC. Anyways, they had this like kick-ass alternative rock radio station, and this is 2012. So when radio was still really like important and kind of a game changer. This guy starts playing this random song of ours like every day, and people start calling in and requesting it, and it becomes the number one. It's like us, the Foo Fighters, Green Day, at the end of the year for this one radio station.
And this is the song Unconsolable?
No. This is a song called Litoast. Listen, we're getting into the weeds here.
We are? Okay.
So this song makes it so that we'll play in New York where we're based, and we'll play to like 50 people, and then we go to Norfolk, Virginia and sell out like a 1,400 cap room.
No way.
Yeah. And it just so happened that Dan and the Imagine Dragons guys were down there playing a show. Dan, I think the story goes, he had a cold or something, and they were driving him to the hospital or the doctors. And the guy who was driving him worked for the radio station who was putting on the show. And he asked him, he's like, Dan just kind of was like, hey, what are you listening to? And the guy was like, this band Ambassadors. And he played not that song, but he played a different song for Dan, this live version of a song called Unconsolable. Grammatically incorrect, but listen, who cares?
I did say that to myself.
I know.
Well, were you going for like an prefix kind of an idea for a while?
Oh, if we were on that train.
It's kind of like how Sia had every song was just like titanium, chandelier. You're like
Yes. Unsteady.
Unconsolable.
So we get a random call from, this is also like right after we had gone through the process of when an unsigned artist has a song that gets radio play, it pops up on the media base charts, and any record label starts just like, they immediately see it, and you get calls from everybody. So we met with everybody, and because it was this acoustic kind of driven song, they were all like, so you want to be like Lumineers, Mumford & Sons? And I was like, nah, not really. I love them, but like our sound is just totally different. This is an outlier. And they were all like, cool, good luck. And so we like didn't get signed by any of these labels. We met with everybody. We met with Republic, with Warner. We met with Atlantic. We met with we met with everybody.
Name them and shame them. I like that.
Yeah, no, they're all fine. They're all great. Oh God, I was about to make a good people on both sides joke. That is terrible. Terrible. Oh, wow. Okay. Listen, shake it off. We're shaking it off.
Everything's going to be okay.
Everything's going to be okay.
Snap the band.
Shake it off because the players are going to play.
Oh,
the haters going to hate.
Okay, great. Anyways, so we didn't get signed by anybody, and then Dan hears our song, and we immediately get a call from Alex the Kid, who was running a label called Kid in a Corner at the time. They signed Imagine Dragons. They were with Interscope, and he was like, I want to meet. Let's meet. And so we meet up, and he's like, you guys are great. Do you want a record deal? Yeah.
Great.
And so that was kind of how that happened. And then we immediately went on tour opening up for the Dragons, and it was just like it was the fucking silliest thing, man. Like when you're an opening artist, this is how at least it was for us. We would show up to these, at the time they were playing like outdoor amphitheaters, right? Big production. So we roll up, and still this happened subsequently when we opened for them when they were doing an arena tour. We'll roll up. They've got like 3 semi trucks and they've got a couple different tour buses. And we roll up in our 15-passenger van and like U-Haul trailer and park between like the, gargantuan trucks. We schlep our gear out onto the stage. We're first of 3, so we're setting everything up. We have no crew. We have a tour manager, and that's it. We set everything up ourselves. We leave stage, like take a drink of water, and then go back out and play for an arena or an amphitheater full of people, and pretend like we're rock stars for 40 minutes, and bust our asses. And then it's just like, thank you so much. And then we're just like down on our hands and knees, like unplugging cables. And I'm helping my blind keyboard brother, keyboard player, my blind keyboard player brother, like guide his stuff off stage. And meanwhile, I've got like a guitar strapped to me and I've got like pedals like between my legs and I'm like hobbling along. Like, Casey, watch out. There's 3 steps down. It was the most chaotic shit. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Wow. I'm just surprised you got a 40-minute set.
I know.
That's
Me too.
a long one.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Wow.
I'm exaggerating. It was like 30 minutes.
It's still more than 10.
More than 10.
Clearly, Dan from Imagine Dragons has like something for picking up incredible talent
Yeah.
because y'all,
Listen.
and he discovered Benson Boone.
I know.
It's insane.
These Mormons, man. They just
Is
got
Dan
they just
also a
got it.
Mormon?
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
There we go. Okay. All right.
They got it on lock.
But listen, us Jews run the entire world, so who
They
am I
can
to-
have they can have one little corner, I suppose.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
How involved was Dan / the band in like finding a sound, or was it not really at all?
Early on, I mean, the great thing about those guys and Dan specifically, that they were already fans. So we just got in the room together. I think the first week that we officially signed, we flew out to LA and we all got in the studio together and made some songs together. He, is a fantastic writer and just it was just like it was actually really my first real experience co-writing with anybody. And it was so fun. And it kind of, I think in a way was what, made me catch the bug of doing that outside of the band, up until the point that I have now. Like I really, I don't know. I think it's also like a product of being in a band too, being a part of a collaborative effort. I love it. I love that shit, man. I love I love working with other. I also love being surprised and being able to not get so up in my head about stuff, as I think we all know and have experienced at some point. Like we can all be so hypercritical of ourselves, and when I'm writing stuff by myself, I often can land in these patterns where I'm like, I write a sentence. I write the first sentence and I'm like, it's not good enough. And then I write it again and I'm like, it's not good enough. And I do that for 4 hours straight. And then I've written nothing.
Yep.
Whereas you're in the room with another person and like I could write, maybe the second sentence and someone's like, oh, that's sick. And I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Right.
It's always nice to have like someone to kind of gut check what you're doing, because they're like, no, actually that was really good, that sentence.
Yeah.
Like keep it.
Yeah. But back to Dan, I mean, he was so encouraging of us early on, and they really like took such a big swing with bringing us into the Interscope fold and introducing us to Alex and taking us out on tour. They're the best.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching this clip from our podcast, Counter-Melodies.
If you'd like to watch the full episode, be sure to click the link in the description.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye, guys.